Cool.
Okay,
Let's
so
start.
we just recently watched The King's Speech. The movie has been nominated for like 12 Academy Awards, and we thought, or at least I thought, it's one of the most overrated films of the year. I didn't like it as much, and I guess we're trying to discuss. Maybe the problem was that I went in with a very high expectation.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I
That's the
didn't go
problem.
in.
I wonder what would have happened if I watched it
If
at
yeah,
TIFF.
at
Because
TIFF.
at
So
TIFF
that
there was
would be-
no review on it or any buzz around
Yeah.
it. So I might have liked it. I don't
Yeah.
know. But right
Then I
now
got
with
the
12 nominations.
Audience Choice Award there, and then like.
Okay. So she liked it. You didn't like it. I was.
No,
You
I
least
liked the
liked the
movie,
movie.
but I'm not saying I think
No, I'm
it
just saying, I just
qualified
wanna-
for 12 Academy Awards. I
Right.
still think it was overrated, but I
Right,
liked
right.
the movie.
Just want to make some debate.
Oh yeah. Okay. Why was it
Okay, I didn't
overrated?
like it because I could not really connect.
Okay, you didn't like it at all, or you think it was overrated?
It was very overrated. I think it's a very okay film. Like, a lot of fun.
Very average, right?
Yeah,
Something
very,
that you
yeah,
could see.
nothing very special. Like
Yeah.
not bad, but not very.
Yeah, I know.
It wasn't
I
bad.
wonder-
Because it's so average. Like the story has
Yeah.
been told before. Have you guys seen Queen? The Queen.
Yeah.
So again, it's
Yeah, it's just
royal
a British
family.
royal
like
family
I don't
story.
connect to that with that world. Maybe a lot of people do. Like I know.
The
the way-
protagonist's problem is not of my concern.
Yeah.
I can't connect to
That's
it.
another
I
thing.
don't empathize or sympathize.
What about the plot and the character development? What did you think of
Well,
that?
you know,
Like,
it's,
did you
it's
have
all
any
a true
sympathy?
story.
I know.
It's all like the speech. It's word by word what happened in reality.
No, I understand that, but a good movie is when it makes you care for the first character and makes you have some sympathy for him. I was wondering if you actually had sympathy, any kind of sympathy for this guy, or did you feel like you could understand his position and like put yourself in his shoes?
No, not really. I mean,
What's
I don't
your
think,
this
to be
time?
honest, I don't think that was the point of the movie. I don't think the movie was made in a way that you feel very sympathetic for the guy. Like, I think he was supposed to tell a very, like a big issue that it's a king that can't talk to the people, but it was kind of, they wanted to tell the story in a light and almost funny way. That's what I felt. And that's what I liked about the movie. It wasn't an intense movie at all, even though the story could have been told in a very intense way that you feel, oh, this is such a big problem, like the king of the country can't talk, you know, but I thought that was interesting.
Okay.
Question, did you feel sympathetic
No.
for the guy?
Not
But do you
at
think
all.
you had to?
I think you have to have some sympathy for the first character in order to like the movie. I think, because that way you can understand what he's going through and understand the other elements of the film through his eyes.
Or at
You
least
know what I
care
mean?
about.
Or care about.
What
Your
he-
sympathy,
you
care.
know, yeah,
some,
like-
some
I had more
feeling.
sympathy for Jeffrey Rush than for Colin
Mhm.
Firth, because he was the one who was trying
Yeah.
to really approach
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
get close to the character.
And it was more likable. This guy wasn't likable. So maybe you're right. Maybe the point wasn't to actually have some sympathy for him, but I still think you need to care for his cause. I didn't care for the cause. I don't give a shit if this guy can't speak. Like,
Yeah.
there are bigger and more important problems at the time. His main problem is to make his speech. I don't know. It's just, I'm like,
Well, no, but think about it. Like, I know you might think he's the king and he has no problem, but it is important. Remember the beginning of the movie when the whole entire
that,
country
I have
is
a problem
looking,
with that. Yes.
and he can't even talk.
Okay, let's get to the opening scene.
Yeah.
I thought that was really stupid because this guy had the stuttering problem since he was 5 years old.
Mhm.
Everybody knew. His dad knew.
Mhm.
Why would he give a speech to him to actually present it to the country? Like when everybody in the whole family knows he can't deliver a speech, and there was no training before it or anything. He just went up there and he fucked it up. So if this guy is already 40 and he's had this problem since he was 5, why would he even
but
accept
the-
to deliver this speech in front of the country? Another thing, cliches. It had too many cliches. The cold mother, you know, the hard ass dad, but loving,
Tough love.
tough love.
Dude.
The brother who was cooler and more
Yeah,
popular.
but I think you have to consider that was a true story, and it was
You don't think it was
was
exaggerated?
around the royal British royal family.
Okay.
Like how much would it's not. I
Do
don't
you think movies can exaggerate things like to make life is not black and white as the way it was portrayed in that film? I don't think a mother can be that cold or a brother can be that cruel. Like
Well, let's assume they are though, but well, regardless, the only part that I really liked, besides acting of the two main actors, was the scene where they're introduced to the wife.
Australian family.
Yeah,
That was a good
That
scene.
was a good scene.
of the speech therapist.
It wasn't overdone. It was
That
perfect.
was
It was
the
really,
perfect
really
scene.
good. Yeah.
That is perfect
I was really
atmosphere and acting and everything.
I was really into that
Yeah.
scene.
That got the message across in terms of how the normal families
The common man
regard, yeah,
and the
the
royal
monarchy.
family.
But
Yeah, and they handled it really well.
exactly.
It could have been way more like exaggerated.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
woman like
Going.
yeah, exactly. Or
Yeah.
so one thing I liked
Yeah,
was
okay.
the scene. Two things actually. One of them, the scene where the brother invites them to a party
Mhm.
when he actually is the king, and the way the wife treats him, like he's like, it
The
was-
wife or the wife of the brother?
Yeah.
Wallace?
yeah, the American lady.
Uh-huh.
Like remember, her drink was finished, and he kind of looked over and was like bringing
Mhm,
some drink,
mhm.
and he had to go
Mhm, mhm,
in the corridor and get
Yeah.
the like that was so telling that this guy can't be a king when his wife is
He's
you
not
know,
the wife at the time.
and he wasn't even
The
the wife,
girlfriend.
or
mhm.
she
Yeah,
wasn't
the
even the
girl-
wife.
she was the
Yeah,
girlfriend.
and he's not really into.
Yeah, well, his lifestyle was not into
Exactly.
well being.
So that was a
king or
good
anything.
character development. I thought that was a really good subtle point about.
Although
Yeah,
Guy
the next
Pearce,
time he showed up, he looked completely drunk and
Yeah.
almost like he was
although
on-
Guy Pearce had a terrible job of acting.
I think so, 'cause
hated the way he
Some-
acted.
And he's a
So-
very good actor. I like his other works, but this
Yeah,
in this
so
one,
artificial.
Yeah.
Like, specifically the scene when the king died, when the father
the
like,
hug. Oh my
yeah,
God.
hugging
That
the
was
mother
really-
was like,
Yeah,
are you
that
acting,
was
are you
really-
acting
that
out
was-
or are you really like?
Yeah. Okay, so I would say both Colin Firth and I love Jeffrey Rush. I think he was just, you know,
He's
like
a good actor.
his role was like really good and suitable for his character as
Mhm.
Lionel or whatever.
Mhm.
How did you like the music?
I liked it. Well,
It
it
was
was
too
simple,
much.
but I liked the.
Can't even remember. It didn't have any
There
impression.
was a
on
lot
me.
of classical music, but I
Okay.
thought really good pieces was chosen
Okay.
to kind
To
of
fit the-
emphasize on the feelings and what's going on, you know. So I thought
Okay,
that
so
was
that's
good.
one aspect.
So what about the production value?
I think the production was a British movie.
It was very standard.
Simple British standard.
And really
movie.
cheap.
Yeah, well.
No, I mean
Low
that's not a
budget.
bad thing. Yeah, it was really low
It was
budget.
low budget
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, mostly 2 people, 3 people scenes in the
Oh my
studio.
God, the cinematography was really bad. Like this guy was like, remember the close-ups and how he put the main character at the side of the screen, not in the center,
Mhm.
to make you feel like they're alienated and they're not like comfortable with where they are.
I think they did
It's been
too
done
much with
so
the
many
paint,
times.
yeah.
Like it's just,
Yeah.
it's not original. I was reading some reviews on it, and people were praising it for that very aspect.
To
Very,
be honest, I really
the
think
real.
either it's bullshit, this 12 Academy Awards, or
Something we missed.
no, like
We
maybe
missed
it
out
wasn't
on it.
supposed to be an intense movie like Black Swan that you completely get into Natalie
Mhm.
Portman. You know how you say you sympathize with her and
Mhm.
you feel so much connected. Like
Mhm.
maybe it wasn't supposed to be even like that. It was
Mhm.
supposed to just tell a story and
Well, the second thing is that this year we didn't have that many good films.
I didn't see
So, like, there were not really that many great films
No, I
that
agree.
came out, like Oscar material
Mhm.
wise. Yeah, so I think that's our review. So I give it in the end a 3 out of 5.
2.5.
3, yeah, no more than 3.
No more than 3.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright.
Cool.
Okay. Thank you very much.